Give it to a YCS to send multiple things into orbit. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oscar. I feel like this is another day in the office, but we're going to start off over here with Duality. And Duality's had some interesting spotlight on it today with a crap ton of sales. But it's not like the card has dramatically shifted too much in price. Actually, okay, it has. They're sitting at $17 a piece right now, and it's all because Brandon was using it, but now you're seeing Runic messing around some of the concepts of getting the ability to warp out and change, one of their extra deck resources, or quite possibly something else that the deck has. And, it's an interesting take, because it means you could turn, Hugin into a tuner monster through Alvain, which opens up, I would say, some interesting concepts and things that you could mess around with out here as well. Now, also on the same side of this equation, people are discussing Fabled Unicor right now also as a duality target. And I actually think the funniest thing about this was we just saw the DT versions of these cards getting wiped off of the side of the market, because you got to remember, Unicor is that fabled continuous negate as long as both players reach the same number of cards in their hand. And he's honestly, I think, one of the scariest cards to exist in the game, just because of his wording. Some people have been very, very, very notorious calling it the spell speed 4 of the game, as its continuous ability far, 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 far surpasses the simplest negates out here. But yeah, that's being tied into the duality right now of things. Yeah, I didn't mean to make that pun, but you know what I mean. So, man, really, an $8 DT card shoots up to 25? Next up is Quem. Man. I'm going to say that these hit the $80 mark yesterday, and we have already saw them retrace back down to the $49 mark, which is mind-boggling crazy to me that these had the chance to go that far down the rabbit hole. Because once again, the Bysteel Runic deck plays Quem. You're maximizing on the numbers of it because the card's stupid good. If you're looking at, that little package and you're like, oh, this is fine, I don't need Quems. Yes, you do. Quem is the thing that bridges that pile of cards together and helps out dramatically. All right, so that's one big thing to kind of consider when you're looking at, Quem's prices. It's at least gone down. Hopefully reprint soon. We are heading on into the fury of reprints, so I can't wait for that. And then the Bysteel quarter century expensive, the billion quarter centuries got bought out again. Anybody surprised? Anybody? No, nobody's surprised, actually. It's the same thing over and over and over again with this sort of stuff, man. If it hasn't proved at this point that people like their high rarity Bysteel cards, I really do think that you need to consider that at this point in time. It's genuinely interesting how much the TCG loves the value behind this package. It's not like the Runic stuff is crazy right now. It's just people have a love for the engine, and TCG loves Durgans. All right, Durgan. Ah, yes, the Magna Hut goes great in my Dragon Link combo that the TCG will not let drop. All right, and then we gotta talk about Out Designator here. If you've been living under a rock, you might remember, oh man, those expensive Out Designators when they first touched down in the TCG. I guarantee you that eyes were looking around at the Ultras for this, and then a lot of people just kind of stopped caring about Out Designator, which is fine. All right, you can take a break from the card and how the market was interacting, but the Secret Rare came out in the 2022 tins, and everybody went, well, crap, now we have 2 printings of this stupid thing. Well, Crossout over the last year and a half has kind of been gaining a little bit more momentum on the meta. It's not like it's turned into this game warping card. No, it's a way that to stop you from losing to a Nibiru or, some Ash Blossom or a Droll, any of those annoying cards. And as of filming this right now, Secret Crossout Designators are 27 listings at the $14 mark, with the Ultras still sitting at about 80 listings and putting them actually a little bit underneath 83, and then they're still sitting about $12. So both versions of Crossout Designator right now are gaining some much needed love in the current format, and I'm not really that surprised though. Like, I don't know. I look at this card and I'm like, it was a matter of time. I don't know if Konami's going to reprint it again. It really depends on Konami's stance and how much they want to make this available, because we could finally be at that fabled time, months later, years later even, that we see Crossout Designator hit that $20, $30 mark that we were expecting. Next up is high-end Labyrinth cards. Oh, baby! Welcome, Labyrinths, for the quarter centuries. 5 listings at the moment at 135. And Ariana's also 3 listings on the market at the moment. What in the heck is actually happening here? I'll be honest with you. It's all because of transaction rollback. Also, there's been a little bit more of a resurgence of this stuff as of late. Like, I don't want to totally discount everything that's going on over here, but let's call it what it is at this point in time. You're seeing more Labyrinth present at an event does bring more eyes to it. Honestly, I think more people are playing it right now to kind of get ready for transaction rollback. A lot of people just kind of fall into the deck. They're like, hey, we're going to have our support here soon. Screw it. I'm going to go ahead and start playing it early. And that's fine. You do see the chance for that option to actually be available. And I think that's fine right now. But with that, comes the whales. Like, let's call it what it is at this point in time. People are willing to spend money on their favorite decks for the upgrades. And I think that's a complaint that a lot of people tend to have with this game. Sub-variant time. They can't afford the shinier cards, even though the low rarity cards do the thing. They get pissed that they see the high rarity stuff going away, but the lower version is still available relatively cheaply. Besides Big Welcome Labyrinth, everything else is decently available. So I think that's a good thing overall, availability and affordability. But the bling, on the other hand, whew, absolutely orbiting. Can we say that we're surprised at this point? Because we really shouldn't be. Next up is Droll and Lockbird from the Structure deck. I swear I just talked about this on Market Watch earlier in the week. And as of filming this, there are only 6 listings of Droll and Lockbird from the Structure deck. And, everybody, it doesn't take a rocket science degree in this game at looking at the market and going, shit, I better pick up my Droll and Lockbirds. Or, Droll and Lockbird's going to go up. Yeah, it happens. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players, they know what they're looking for. They know exactly what they want to pick up at the current point in time. And Droll and Lockbird, it didn't get the reprint and rarity collection. Not to say that I wouldn't be surprised to see Droll get a future-esque reprint. That's definitely possible at this point in time, but just take a moment to, pay attention to the Droll and Lockbird problem. And I can't even say it's a problem. You can get a set of Drolls for still $6. Maybe $7 after shipping and tax, but that's still affordable. Or you can go buy 3 Fire King Structure decks. Those things are going to be available for a little while, so get them while you actually can. I think that's the most important lesson out of all of this is, this is the best structure deck we've had in a very long time. Take advantage of it. All right, it's honestly not going to stick around forever. I think once more people kind of realize that and go, ooh, hey, yes, good stuff. So those are the little movements for today. interesting. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace.
Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.